Hello. Happy new moon in Gemini. This is the energy report for June 18th, 2023. So the moon is now joining the sun in gate 12, the channel, as quantum human design calls it, or the standstill coming from the I Ching. And so this energy is all about knowing to honor ourselves and to know when the right time is to speak, to know that sometimes shyness is really our body telling us that it is not the right time. It is letting us know that it's time for us to either wait for a different audience or maybe just wait for the timing to change in general. And so now the moon joining that, and so with our new moon energy, right? New moons always are asking us how we can deepen our intentions. What do we want to bring in? What do we want to strengthen? What do we want to work on, right? We're calling in something. And so this new moon brings the sweet energy of inspiration. To be prepared this week for downloads, a multitude of new ideas, and the emergence of new ways to implement these ideas. Be sure to carry around a notebook with you this week, as you might be in need to capture what they are. Remember that not all ideas are yours to fulfill, however. Some of the ideas are for you to share with others, some are for you. Pay attention to the ideas that stir the excitement in you. The emotional response to these ideas is what gives you the clues which ones are yours to actually nurture and manifest. And so the challenge here, similarly to the challenge when it's in the sun sign, is to honor ourselves enough to wait for the right time and mood to speak, to know that shyness is actually a signal that the timing isn't right and what to share. And so really honoring and looking at this the ideas, right? And knowing that there's going to be new ideas, there's going to be new things coming up, and that we are a channel, and it is very important to kind of decipher which things do we share with others and which ones is kind of for us to work on, to keep to ourselves, to build, to manifest within, and then allow it to just the action itself to shine through, rather than really talking about it. Sometimes it really is putting into those action steps, and putting out that little step of action is kind of your way to tell the universe that you were channeling, that you were listening, because you took forth the action, right, to make it happen, to put it forth. And we get the channel again, as I was talking about that. And so really honoring this and listening to this. And so really let's look at some of these contemplations that we can look at, since we have yet again a third energy of pulling this card in. And so how has shyness caused me to judge myself? Maybe where have you pushed through this shyness and really spoke about it anyways, and maybe it kind of backfired in your face. Maybe it didn't feel so right. What do I need to do in order to cultivate a deeper connection with source, and maybe even a deeper connection within, so that you know how to trust your body, so that when that shyness is coming up, you honor it, you listen to it. And what do I need to connect more deeply with my creative power? And again, connecting within, right? Really looking at that message, those things. Maybe it's the action. I truly feel like it's taking that action. It's living in that action. We can get these messages, we can talk about it, we can share about it, we can speak about it. But if we're not doing it, if we're not implementing it, if we're not living it, right? Living it, being it, really kind of soaking it up, then sometimes there's no real reason to share, to talk, right? It's better to live by the example, to do it, to embody it. That's the word I want. Rather than to just talk about some of these ideas, maybe the ones that aren't really, we feel shy about saying or speaking, those might be the ones that it's meant to take action on rather than to speak about. And it's through that action, that leading by example, that you're really gonna make the biggest ripple. You're really going to make the biggest effect there. That I couldn't pull. That wasn't right. I have a different deck. I have a friend in town, and so I am using her deck. Generation of new ideas. Generate new ideas. Perfect for this card. And also just living and being. Use your imagination, not your memories. And so, new deck. So let's read what this is. Generate new ideas, page 90. All right. Use your imagination, not memories. With an open mind, explore your possibility and select the ideal ones. Ponder your thoughts and pick the most progressive ones. Then plan your actions step by step, each for itself. Zoroaster. Expression. Take a day of retreat from your daily life. Find a place that is far away as possible from your familiar environment and sit in solitude and review your life. Imagine that you're at the end of an old cycle and ready for a breakthrough. Everything you've done for the past few years has been a paving ground for what is to come. Open your mind to welcome even what you want, even what you don't even know you want yet. Be ready for a thrill of creating a new direction in your life. You are ready and endowed with what you need to build and cultivate the skills for generating ideas and leaping onto a new plane. Now it's the right time to embark on solutions and not just blindly follow the rules of the past. Be receptive to facing challenges with an open mind. Stay away from those who try to manipulate your thoughts and your feelings. Be assured that each step you experience strengthens your resolve and helps you form new ideas. This oracle brings compassionate guidance for you to feel uneasy and afraid of the changing comfortable, for you not to feel uneasy and afraid of changing uncomfortable old beliefs. Even if you don't change them, use your views to open possibilities cooperating with others. The secret to analyzing situations with a positive perspective and to look at all sides of an issue. Do not insist on having strong views about concerns that limit you. If you do, you'll find it difficult to move on. In this way, you will gain the rewards that you want, and you'll expand and change how you respond to challenges. Your mantra is, I keep my mind open to seek and to listen to new ideas that generate creative ways to meet and face what comes my way. And this is a beautiful, powerful card, especially to have being the channel, right? And we're getting all of these ideas all of the time and knowing and leaning into these new ideas, but also beautiful energy for this new moon and being in the new stage of a cycle. And the card itself even looks like, that openness, that vast, that shift, that also even like the moon cycle with the spiral going round and round, but being open to the next step, right? And I love that it was taking those action steps, right? Being ready, we start with that idea, but it's all in the action of what to take. And we get reassurance with Eleuthero. Yeah. Eleuthero. Reassurance, the helping hand. And I think that helping hand and really reassurance of knowing and trusting that we will be guided, as it said in that last card, we'll be guided, we'll be protected as we take these new steps. Stress does a number on our body. Chronic worry and anxiety can wear us down and lead us to feelings of deficiency, fatigue, lower appetite, feeling emotionally overwhelmed. Heightened activation can actually push us to the other end of the spectrum, plunging us into depression. This deep level of stress, when we lean into the adaptogens like Eleuthera, not to increase our power to push through the way so many of us use caffeine, but this is actually to strengthen our resolve and to give us a gentle push we need to come back to ourselves. This herb is slightly stimulating adaptogen and tonic. It's specifically useful in traditional Chinese medicine for strengthening the spleen. The spleen correlates to the earth element and the digestive system. When it's weakened, our digestion falls off balance. When we look at the role of the physical spleen as a blood filter and the processor, what that weakens translates to emotionally is difficulty processing emotions. Difficulty processing can lead to insufficient boundaries, lack of discernment, and panic over every little thing. This sweet earthly plant friend is your most trusted protective friend. They are friendly and kind, and they know what words to say to calm your nerves so that you can continue forward. They give you a pat on the back when you need it, and they join you on the path with their arm around your shoulders. They see your exhaustion and they see you run yourself ragged, and they offer you a kind smile and a warm embrace to calm your spirit. You come away energized, reset, and ready to face the day. Consider an area in your life where you need this little kind friend. Where are your biggest anxieties, and how can you invite a warm embrace and a calming presence to them? How beautiful, as we're coming into this new moon, as we're ready to embrace these new ideas and possibilities, knowing that we are supported and guided, and that we have this kind friend right next to us, embracing us on our journey, loving us on our journey, cheering us on, patting us on our backs, knowing that when we follow our authentic selves, when we follow our heart, we are always protected. Sending you all so much love.